Hello, beautiful people. Join me today as we make this delicious ogbono soup. Yeah, some people call it ogbono. Why some people call it ogbono? It all depends on you what you love to call it. So then, I start by putting my clean protein in a pot, add salt to taste, and seasoning cube of course. And then I stirred and allowed it to simmer for a little while. Then I went ahead to prep my ogbono. I blended it, added my pepper and my crayfish, and then into a stainless bowl. And then I added oil to it just for it to melt. Then I covered it and allowed the meat to continue to cook. While my ogbono in the stainless, I allowed it to melt. Then I went ahead to check my fish, which was in the oven. And at this point, it was ready. So I washed my fish and I deboned it behind the camera. While I went ahead to check my ogbono if it has mated. At this point, guys, my ogbono is mated and my meat is cooking. So I added my deboned fish into the meat, added it in the meat, and then I added enough water that will be enough for me to cook this quantity of ogbono I'm gonna be cooking. So then I covered it and allowed it to boil, to come into a boiling point. And then I continued to do other things while I allowed it to cook, while I allowed the water to boil so I can cook my ogbono. At this point, my meat is already almost cooked at this point. So I came back after a little while and then my water has come to a boil and I added my ogbono to it. And I gave it a little stir. Afterwards, you see this stainless plate. I brought this plate all the way from Nigeria. Okay, this plate entered plain. Apart from this plate, there are other things I brought from Nigeria. My sister-in-law was laughing at me like, did they see all these things here now? You know, I don't know the idea of when you never travel, then you are traveling. You just want to be comfortable. So I brought those things, even cellophane. I brought newspaper just in case I want to do anything. I don't want a situation whereby I'll not start thinking, will I get it to buy? I don't know. But everything is here actually, but I didn't know about it then, so I brought them. At this time, see my ogbono is already souping. My soup is souping at this point. So then, I allowed it to cook for a little while, and then I came back to check on it. When I checked on it, it was already cooked. And then I was making my pando in the other part of the gas. Then I've lowered my stove at this point because I don't want my soup to burn. And then I went in with my leaf, my vegetable. You can go in with any vegetable that you like. Some people use bitter leaf. Some people use pumpkin. Right here, I'm using spinach because that's what I was able to get at this point on that particular day. So I used spinach, which I bought from a nearby store. And then I give it a little stir. You don't want your leaf to overcook, right? So you just have to lower your gas. The gas was already low at this point. So I just needed my ogbono to cook, my leaf to just cook for a little bit of some minutes. And then I went back to my pando, which I was making already, and I continued to make it. So then, after this was me making my pando at this point. Make, stir, turn. God, I couldn't just wait so that I can just cook this pando. It's my soup. This is one of the soup my children can eat over and over. They like this soup. They like okra. The same thing with my husband. My husband never gets bored of eating ogbono soup. He never gets bored of eating okra soup. You can give him okra this week, and next week you're giving him okra again. He does not mind. Just let it be okra ogbono. So now, I allowed my pando to cook, of course. It was almost ready at this point, and here is my soup. Here is the deliciousness I was making. Here is my pando. So, if you want to have a taste of this, just when you get to that junction, turn to your left. You see a white building. That is my house. Come in and have a taste, okay? See you in my next video. Bye, and do have a beautiful day.